All right, welcome back to we're in the last 16 in the Trash Bowl Tournament here on the European Conference. We got Xelo versus Ryukuma. And Ryukuma, y'all know Ryukuma because he made the finals of the European Conference last time, where he lost to Sparrowhawk in an epic match. So this is his first round match. He's looking to obviously advance here.
Yes.
And we'll see what goes down. So Xelo has his OTK Paladin ban, which is obviously disappointing for the community because that's one of the fun decks we always want to see. Whereas Ryukuma will not have access to his control Warlock. Seeing Ryukuma at the top here, Xelo at the bottom.
Ryukuma playing his priest, his Resurrect Priest with the quest, and Xelo playing the
Galakon
Warlock, that being the Galakon Control Warlock.
Not as much Zoo as we thought it was. Both players had the Control Warlock brought. Of course, for Ryukuma it's banned.
Yeah.
So the quest there from Ryukuma, he's got a bunch of golden cards. As you can see, he's a rich person. Apparently, Hearthstone elitist. We got quick play. We like that from Xelo there. Snappy hero power. Just
try to confuse your opponent into healing your face. And he does it because of the quest, right? Yeah, never mind. That actually makes sense.
I like Ryukuma playing 27-dimensional chess right off the start. Because you're not gonna, it doesn't matter how much damage you deal to him at this point, or if he takes 2 or more or less, doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So it's, I guess, good for both. So tapping makes sense.
Well, it's mostly good for Ryukuma, actually.
Well, you're getting your free hero power without damage, right? So it's still an upside for Xelo.
Yeah, but I think
we'll take it.
If you're playing
called symbiosis.
If you're playing the Warlock, you're really more worried about killing your opponent than you are about taking damage
dying
right
yourself,
now.
Yeah.
Because if you can't kill your opponent fast enough, then you will die eventually.
Symbiotic relationships, wonderful thing.
Yes.
Yeah, especially when demons are involved.
Demons rarely act symbiotic. They're usually more parasitic in nature. Wait. Oh.
But he can heal his face again though. So yeah, we're seeing big mind games here because obviously Ryukuma's strategy is in healing to get his quest did.
Yeah, I don't think that you're too worried about. You should not be too worried about healing there. For when you could push 5 damage, I think you just push.
He's gonna push now and have a full board and try to get as little turns as possible that he will take to actually kill him. Is Xelo.
Yeah, and now we're just kind of waiting for the board wide buffs. And yeah, Penance will take care of 3 points of attack while also healing 2.
Could just follow up by hero power there if he wants to, but he's actually gonna play the coin, it seems.
Yes.
Get rid of that.
Forbidden words.
Yeah.
That's it.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. And Phoenix Wright is kind of the
things I was really good.
thinking about there.
That, yeah.
And you could even hero power because you might as well. You have the hand space.
Yeah, I would expect so.
Your opponent has better things to heal than your face.
Besides not to.
Ziliax, of course, always a good pickup there.
Maybe wants to play Worshipper next turn anyway, something.
Well, yeah, but...
So then you don't want to have more in hand. That, of course, is a huge card there, Zephyrus. The big one. You could even play your Galakon right now to get an early Kronk's devastation.
Yeah, the Zephyrus, of course, actually not being that big right now because it's not active yet. I've noticed that a lot of the Warlocks in general tend to run all of the Highlander cards, even if they aren't single.
They'll draw fast, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
especially to finish it up. You got Alexstrasza, you got Zephyrus, both on hand already. All right, deciding what to do here. Double Mortal Coil looming. Yeah,
but it's also a little awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of weird
because it saves one of your dudes for 1 draw and using up 2 cards, where you can just hero power for the Stem Hold. Yeah, and there is the Crazed Netherwing. Decides to go for the...
Yep.
He really wants that draw.
Gotta get these cards, and I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the faster you draw, the quicker Zephyrus is also ready.
Zephyrus could be very important in this matchup, too.
Yeah.
Could become huge. 9 cards in hand. Perfectly played by Xelo. And we might see Ziliax or Katut Defender. Looks like Ziliax. That Batter Hat, by the way, is just hanging out in Ryukuma's hand. I'm gonna make some trouble. soon.
Also, just a lot of healing once again, which is huge for not just the quest, but also just for staying alive here.
There's Lord Godfrey.
I think
Seems sort of dead here. Zephyrus now active, which means Alexstrasza
no,
will be
Zephyrus
active.
not active.
Oh, it's not. It's in between the two that are active.
Yes, Crazy Netherwing and the Veiled Worshipper are
Optical
active.
illusions.
Crazy Netherwing might be a consideration here. Galakrond's always possible, although you might not really want
You could play
right now.
Plague of Flames if you're really worried, but I think he just trades. So the 3 doesn't matter.
That does
much.
complete the quest.
Yeah. You'll probably play the Shield and start loading up again.
Yeah, fair enough. Of course, we do not run into
Like
stuff
just
like
Cartooth Hero Power will be the first.
yeah, and then Batterhead Hero Power later on. There is some good stuff coming up here for the priest.
Batterhead Hero Power is a strong tool.
Yes.
And those +3/+3s are tough to overcome. So to push out Galakrond here, it's fully upgraded, so it makes sense. And there's a... We're back. Welcome to the Battlegrounds. We got 2 Siege Breakers on the board. Whew, this is a tough board. This is a tough board. Now, how to most efficiently break through that Cartoot, and then hopefully...
I would assume... Oh, right. I was about to say weapon and 2 minions, but what I did not consider is, of course, the fact that there is more stuff on hand.
And this is the wave that's gonna need to carry him here. He wants to come off of this. But you see that Plague perfectly, actually, on 9 for Ryukuma. Should be a snap play, and there we go.
Yeah, and that's, of course, devastating for the Warlock, because you have to now re-establish again.
Speaking of devastations, there's a potential Kronk sitting there, just hanging out, just wanting to devastate.
We also have both Alexstrasza's on hand, which actually...
Neither one's overwhelming right now, really.
I was about to say the regular Alexstrasza just might come in handy at some point, and of course the...
Dragon Queen not active.
The Dragon Queen...
It's gonna play just...
Once active is really
big
good.
thing, get him down to 10.
Yeah. Big stats, 5 damage.
We'll take it.
I mean, in the situation where you'll play a 9-mana 8/8 Battlecry deal 5, that's fine.
Water Bear drawn.
Also very big card in this deck, of course.
Up, yeah.
Batterhead may be coming up, actually, with the hero power.
You might already think just Cycle Pomp right now.
Yeah, that too.
And hero power, whatever you get, yeah. Or play the second Cartoon, but I think hero power every turn makes sense almost now.
Yeah.
You could play a Water Bear, just hide it behind the taunt.
The Grave Rune is also really tough.
Yeah. And it's gonna heal his
face. Seems like hero powers his face, yeah.
Be a bit careful there, but it does make sense.
But dude, that Cartoot, like, that's gonna heal him like what?
Yeah.
It's gonna summon 2 copies, so we get a total of 36 healing. Wait, no, 6 times 3, sorry, no, 18 healing. I duplicated once too much there, but
so you want to probably hit and just maybe hero power Plague, but it's all weird if you're starting to clean up yourself, you're starting to play defensive.
Also, it just hurts to like heal your opponent back to like almost full.
This way, just need a silence. Like silence would be so clutch, but there isn't one.
I was actually, when I was looking at all of the lists and generally at the meta as well for my own creation, I was like, I'm surprised how little silence there is.
Very little silence in the meta, yeah. No spell breakers, no owls, you just don't see them.
But then I also didn't really factor in. I was like, there's not too much silence red, I'm not going to do it either, so that might have been a bad idea.
Yeah, sometimes you go against it a little bit. That's more successful. So it decides to not interact in warfare here, doesn't hit stuff.
Yeah, probably thinking about the finish rights next turn, maybe.
But now Batterhead can just clean, right? Like Batterhead comes down, just goes to town.
Yeah.
Put hero power on him, just start.
Kills literally everything, yeah.
Start eating people. And hero power on the town makes sense. Gotta be very careful there.
Wrath of the Infinite.
Go play it.
That does deal with everything and gives you a huge force of Cartoot defenders, yeah.
You get your defenders back, you get your put your Water Bear down. Oof, that did not hit what you wanted it to hit though.
Yeah, but I mean that's fine still. He still has to get through it at first.
Yeah. Do you Kronks maybe, then like Fiendish Rites and Plague of and Flames, right?
Yeah.
Your opponent heals up, but what are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah, exactly. But in general, like, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, you gotta devastate him.
You also gotta win somehow.
Yeah. Like Riot's Plague maybe. Oh, he's working with Godfrey. That's smart. I like that. That's really cool. That was a good play from Xelo. The Godfrey plays is when people can show off how good their math is.
Yeah. And honestly, I didn't see it, but yeah, that
was nice. Yeah, I didn't even think about that there. Alright, Batterhead is gonna smack. And Ryukuma running sort of low on cards at the moment, so that advantage definitely on the side of Xelo. If he can start getting his Zephyrs and Alexstrasza active, it's gonna be we're gonna be in business.
That's a pretty good Plague of Flames.
Yeah, and then the Krongs afterwards for a devastation. I like it. I think he played this pretty well. I think he did good.
Yeah, I guess it's the dragon. I was thinking.
Mass Hysteria not gonna clear that up, but there's also Shadow Word Death, and yeah, he has the tools to clear it up. He has the tools to clear it up. Death and Forbidden Word to do it.
Yes. Mass Hysteria and Death would also do it, although that's a little awkward, of course.
Do you want to play Cartoon right now? Probably not, because it's not going to come from the healing. So
yeah,
you just clean it up, but you took another 2 cards to do it, and you're running low. And this whole whole hand on Xelo, it's looking more and more devastating, might I say.
Devastating, you say.
Devastating. So it might be time.
I mean, Veiled Worshipper is, in theory, pretty good. The hand is pretty full right now.
Yeah, but you can play Fiendish Rites. You can hero power Fiendish Rites.
But
build a board.
Also, the idea just that you enable your Zephyrs and your Dragon Queen, especially the Dragon Queen, because you do need those big boards.
I like this play because you're making hand space and you're also sort of playing around hard removals like that Mass Hysteria.
There is a Mass Resurrect on hand. So that's always concerning.
Yeah, I think that seems like the play here.
I mean, either that or Cartoon Hero Power, but Mass Res seems stronger.
Why not, right? Seems better. Maybe he just wants to wait it out longer.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Makes sense. It's not in the predicament of dying instantly or next
Also,
turn.
looking at this, it's very unfortunate that within 6 cards you still have dupes.
Yeah. Don't want any of that. What card is there even that's still duplicate? What have we not seen?
I'm not entirely certain from right offhand, but there sure appears to be something, because otherwise
Seem to shield.
Mass Res is just all cartoon.
Wow.
It wasn't Ziliax, that much I could have told you.
That is correct. So how do you mess with this is the thing.
I mean, Worshipper would probably solve it, but also, like, you're running out of cards.
Yeah. You might need to make some happen with the Plague of Flame here.
Yeah, I mean, hit first, then Plague of Flame, but I mean, tough.
I still leaves 2 Reborns.
Yeah, and Hero Power doesn't really help.
Can snatch one off with Ziliax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna hold the Plague. Just gonna hold the Plague still. Right now the healing doesn't matter that much anyway, so we'll just allow him, I guess. There's another Batter Hat.
Yeah, and that'll just clean up the board.
Batter Hat just takes control. So we have a lot of taunt walls just coming up for Ryukuma here with that infinite value. Xelo does still have the card advantage on hand, but he has to turn it into something productive quickly. Yeah, Batter Hat's going to clear everything up here.
Yeah, there's probably still going to be Hero Power, I would assume.
Yeah. I like it on the Reborn, and now we just hit.
I would have liked it better on the other cartoon, because it heals and buffs.
Yeah, I guess Plague of Flames is going to take care of it anyway, that's Dark Skies. Zephyr's now active.
The Dark Skies, I was about to say that was the dupe, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Not exactly what you were looking for.
Bullet Hero Power.
Yeah.
And he'll probably stick with it. Zephyr's Alexstrasza are active, so we have 2 more burst turns that we know of.
Yeah, I think the Alexstrasza might just be next, depending on what the board is a little bit, but you basically are guaranteed to get 3 big
You gotta make use of that phase when your opponent has little cards, and maybe not an answer for everything, but another Cartoon coming down.
Yeah, but that's not problematic enough itself, or will be problematic as the Mass Hysteria.
Yeah.
But you can't really end the Plague of Death.
He's got answers.
No.
He's got answers. He's got them. By the way, this whole tournament is sponsored by beverage. Drink beverage. Tyrion,
Yeah.
classic pick.
But like,
Is
Death.
it a win if he just baits out the Plague with that? Is that a win for him because he still has Alexstrasza?
well, but there's Mass Hysteria.
There's still Mass Hysteria. No other play. You gotta play the dragon.
Especially because you don't know that your opponent has cards. Emrys
Emrys.
first, then Wexedred. Very important. Emrys first.
Yeah, I think he knows that. Not as good as you might think it is, because it's mostly spells. You just have Veiled Worshipper, though. Like, Emrys doesn't do much.
Is he gonna keep the Emrys for
He might.
the Veiled Worshipper?
I think he might. He's looking for one last push. Interesting strategy from Xelo here. I can't say I hate it.
Yeah, no. The question is just what, in terms of minions, is still in his deck to begin with.
There's a Katarina Muerte.
Yep, gets buffed too.
And it's gonna summon some stuff, too.
Of course, the summoning.
There's Dragon Blight, which Emrys doesn't do much for.
Yeah.
I think he's just running out of resources here. It just seems like he can't outlast
I kind of saw this coming when he didn't win in the early game. I think the Warlock, even though it's not the Zoo variety, still has to go aggressive.
It works in similar ways in a lot of senses, though.
Yeah, because it still goes wide. And, you know, if you can't win early, you're basically lost against decks like the Res Priest. And that seems to be what we're seeing right now.
Gonna pull that Dark Skies out. You got to get rid of the Katrina too. So I think Alexstrasza just needs to trade.
Now it might also be a good play for Veiled Worshipper, because you're gonna redraw the Vaxid likely.
But then you're out of cards, like you're done.
Yeah.
Emrys first.
I mean, it depends on what's in the deck at that point, really. But yeah, it's tough.
You just dump everything now. You gotta somehow come up with one more push, but then you got Mass Hysteria that you have to be on the lookout for.
Hero Power Dragon Blight, yeah, which is like, hey, great, has +1/+1. I would have probably rather had the double stats on Vexedred than Dragon Blight.
And there's Cloning Gallery, which is also very late, but he didn't really need it. Did Ryukuma.
Yeah, also I don't think there's much in the deck anymore.
No, that's not. I wouldn't be surprised if he just doesn't play it at all this game. Just takes home with what he has. He's still got a Psycho Pomp, which could get him a Katrina Muerte, obviously.
Oh god, right, yeah. And the Cartoot, which is just generally pretty good.
Now, this is not the safest board to Mass Hysteria, because there's a decent chance Emrys lives. If he hits anything but the 7-2, you're good.
Well, but something could still hit him, which would have to be the 7-2
The 7-2, exactly.
So there's 2 chances for that to happen, though.
Yeah. But there's also chances that 7-2 just gets killed by small things, so... Alright, he hits it. So, but he still lives. Psycho Pomp down.
Yeah, but having an 8-1 against
Cartoon in the way.
that, you know...
That's another Waxedrat. And a Devoted Maniac. And that Veiled Worshipper is not doing anything. And
Well, it's doing a lot of fatigue damage, what it's doing.
You're running out of gas here, man.
I guess the Maniac would have actually been a reasonable target for Emrys, because then you know there's going to be a million Cartoon defenders, and it's going to kill one of them, but... There's a million of them. Doesn't do much.
So kind of last opportunity here, maybe. Just trying, you know. Hoping for 1 or 2 bad draws until you submit to fatigue. You gotta go wide one more time with your hero power. Put everything down, and the cards are on the table. You know what's up now. There's a water bear.
Yeah, like that's necessary. He's probably just going to play Cartoon with a hero power.
Maybe he pulls out Gallery right now just to get out there, whatever he's out there, just get it in. If there is much.
Would have definitely worked last turn to get that extra water bearer in there, but you know, yeah. Yeah.
No risk, all safe, we lock it up. Says Ryukuma, I'm taking this win. This is, by the way, a marathon game. It's first game of the match. There goes Waxadred, sort of anti-fatigue a little bit.
The Waxadred, I was about to say, is pretty good for the fatigue, but I don't think you're gonna win against your opponent with Waxadred, but it's actually worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta play this on. You still have like a Fiendish Rights.
You've got the superior hero power, you've got Fiendish Rights, and you've got Waxadred every turn.
You got Waxadreds. Lots of them.
So it's actually not even that bad, although it doesn't actually help against fatigue now I think about it, because it has cast when draw, which means it redraws another card.
But you get some good value on it. There's Water Bear, which needs to be took care of, so I don't think so.
So yeah, still draws the fatigue card.
I don't believe this is doable anymore.
I mean, Plague of Flames?
You can't Plague.
Sack Pact is definitely a good one. But yeah.
It's not gonna cut it.
I don't think so.
No. Because there's no more power there. It's just over. There's another Mass Hysteria, you know.
But the fact that the Waxadred is eternal is actually pretty good.
No, actually, like, Xelo, by the way, is gonna die in 2 turns, too. In case we haven't
that's
looked
the other
at that.
thing,
That's
though,
the thing, right? You're not pushing through, this is over.
And the thing is, if the Waxadred actually was not a cast when draw, that would be a lot better.
Still he would lose, but yes, it would be.
It means he would have already saved like 5 points of damage. And 2 points per turn after that.
But yeah, it's still over. Ryukuma 1-0 lead. Takes it home with the Priest in a marathon game. That was a good opener, man. If that's what indicates what's ahead, man, I'm looking forward to this match. This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
We got a lot of exciting stuff coming up.
Looking at the deck lists, there might be a lot of longer games in here.
There might, because we have some control lineups here. Now, obviously, the other control warlock has been banned, but Xelo has a potential possibility to bring this up again, because it didn't do so badly. He hung in, just got outvalued, see what they decide to do, and he's going back to it. Ryukuma is picking up the Warrior, which is also of the Highlander variety form.
Galakron, you mean?
Yeah, right, Galakron.
And it's not the aggro version.
It's not.
It's more control-oriented.
It is Highlander, though.
Oh.
The Warrior is Highlander for Ryukuma. He's got the Zephyrs right there.
It is, right, yeah.
And even the...
it's Highlander Galakron Warrior, right.
Even the Dragons.
Right.
I think it's
Wait,
not
no,
Galakron.
it's Highlander. Oh, fuck.
It's just Highlander.
I was looking at my notes and I looked at Xelo's he brings up Galakron Warrior and I got the Warriors mixed up. Yeah, so it's Highlander.
That's why you memorize them instead of looking at notes. That's why.
The more confusing part is just that I have Xelo on top of the notes and Ryukuma on the bottom, and I have them the exact other way around in the spectating window. Mystery choice?
Execute must be fine, yeah.
You are the control deck, yeah.
And you'll take it.
Right, sorry for the confusion. Highlander Warrior.
We gotta figure it out. It's a Highlander Warrior. Not exactly an aggro deck either.
Yeah, again, like, the most aggressive deck we have in this entire matchup is what? It's either Galakron Rogue or like Galakron Warrior.
Yeah.
And neither of them are
not a lot of just straight up push. It's probably Galakron Warrior.
We got a Waxadred and Crazy Another Way.
Waxadred we've seen already. Waxadred is pulling appearances. Random Dragons for the win.
Yes. Dragblade's not even that bad. I think just Cultist makes
sense, or
yeah. And then probably you might even take the definitely gonna take trade right, because the Dragonfly Cultist of course would die otherwise.
And you don't want that.
Exactly.
Ryukuma's gotta like the fact that he's got Zephyrs right from the start. Like, it's ready there all day. Whenever he wants it, he's got it.
Yeah, and the Crazy Another One was actually a really good pick up against aggro as well. Well, it's not even aggro, but against arguably still the more aggressive deck in this matchup.
Definitely will take it. Dark Skies can clear up. Not what you want to look at though. You're down on health. You're down on sort of tempo. It's not optimal situation for Xelo. It's gonna stick to what he does, which is just go right on the board, play Devoted Maniac.
Oh God, what was that?
Beverage?
That is the Molten Breath.
As the hand gets very full of the top player, it's sort of tough to see exactly what cards he has. So we apologize for that, but that's
Blizzard. Can you please like fix that somehow?
Like,
that should be doable, right?
Tough.
I mean, I don't need to see the full hero portrait. I'd rather see the full cards. Heck, I don't even need to see the mana counter if that helps.
Golden Garrosh, dude.
Yes.
Pretty slick.
We also have Golden Gul'dan, and we did also have a Golden Anduin before.
Lets you know that these guys have been playing this game for a while. These guys are professionals.
These guys are very likely between 500 and 1,000 wins.
Yes.
With these classes.
Which is quite a good bit.
Or they just don't like the 1,000 win heroes.
They might. Some people don't like them.
I mean, fair enough. Some of them I don't like either.
Yeah, Rexo. Terrible.
For example,
it's the worst. But then there's some that are also really good. Like, a lot of, like, Anduin is awesome. Thrall,
the Anduin
Valera, they're awesome. I love them.
There is a potential Godfrey play, but it's just not very good. I think, Dark Skies just does it better.
Dark Skies is possible, yeah. You could stack Snippy Snappies.
Yeah.
Maybe. Pirate Valera is the first ever good rogue hero. Changed my mind.
My favorite rogue hero actually is Maiev, but fair enough.
Pirate Valera is better. Like, a lot better than Maiev. Yes.
No.
People in the comments, let us know. Pirate Valera versus Maiev Shadow Song.
I think technically, if we want to be technically correct, it would be Captain Valera.
But Pirate.
Yeah.
In fact, like, did you know that Maiev doesn't, like, looks actually completely different? That she's just wearing armor and stuff?
Yes, I did.
Like, there was, like, because...
She's a night elf.
Yeah, I played WoW once, and then there was a mission to rescue her from a prison, which is ironic in its own way, but that's not...
Because she's the warden? Yeah, she's Illidan's warden.
Yeah, but that's a different situation. So we're supposed to rescue her, and I go into this cell, and there's just some lady there. I was like, that's not Maiev. I know what Maiev looks.
Well... Yeah, of course it's armor. She's an night elf.
Yeah, and she puts her armor on, and you wouldn't even know.
Oh, Hex. That's an interesting choice.
I like it.
Plays it right away, yeah.
Very good.
Decides to get the 5 damage into the face as well.
Good tilt. We'll take it out.
Could have, to be fair, hexed and then hit it with a rover if he had done that before. Should have probably, because we know that there is AoE buffs in this deck, but yeah. And Plague of Flames, you know.
It's really fine. He might be looking just to win here, like to just kill him.
Yeah,
perhaps.
At which point, of course, Godfrey would have been worth a consideration, maybe.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, so it's Dark Skies, right. After the draw, that kind of works. Yeah, it works exactly. And what we have here, let me remind myself quickly. Yeah, that's Ziliax. Yeah.
Lot of firepower.
There's a lot of being able to take out stuff and not a lot of very proactive stuff. I guess definitely works. Yeah. Board.
Is it almost like forced to play Plague in some capacity?
Yeah, like Finish Right's Plague, probably.
Not what you want. And it's also pretty good luxury being able to just play your Deathwing just like that. Like with nothing, just play him. Without any need.
Right, one of them is basically bound to have Taunt, right?
You would think.
Well, what even is that? Oh, it's one of the new ones, that's why. Cost 1 less for each damage dealt to your opponent this turn. So it's basically free. Good stuff. Definitely goes into Zoo.
Yeah. Would tend to.
The thing is, by the time this video goes out, we're gonna have already reviewed all of them. So
got double Flame Imp. This one, GG's. Flame Imp, coin Flame Imp. It's over.
To your opponent.
Oh, to your opponent, right? Yeah, but then you do a turn 2. That's also fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no taunts. Sort of low roll on demons, I want to say almost.
Yeah.
This guy would have, of course, been a lot better with Doomguard and Voidlord still around.
I mean, he did Pact, and he did also have the armor from Galakron.
And look at this one. Look at this one. This is a throwback. Do you remember the days?
Well, yeah, I do.
when this happened. Legendary, iconic. One of the times when life was still good.
That was very recently.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I remember things that happened before you even knew Hearthstone existed.
That was massive right there. That was the nuts. That playing that Devastator, and then playing another 5 of them.
Yeah,
that was proper.
That Warrior's
that
just
was
dumb.
That was quite proper. Yeah, Plague is basically mandatory. Got to clean this up somehow.
Yeah, and then probably still gonna summon more of them.
You'd
with
think
like
so, yeah.
Cultist and Fiendish Rites, and then might just sack pack one of them as well.
You fear to get killed instantly?
Not really. But, I mean...
Not even gonna play the Rites.
Playing Fiendish Rites would have made sense, I think.
Maybe he's afraid of like some AoE clear that completely takes the wind out of sails, but...
But you also don't have that much tempo going. It's like, you kind of have to push stuff every turn.
You can't really play this conservatively, it doesn't work.
Because otherwise you're just running out of steam too fast as well.
I mean, you got every choice you want here if you're Ryukuma. I mean, you're sitting pretty. You can hero power and pass, probably still win, but you can play whatever you want. I want to say. You can play the Ziliax. We need no need to rush it though.
You can play Weapons Project if you want to.
Yeah.
Get rid of the 5-2 claw. 5-1 claw now.
Some armor in. I think it's sitting pretty, and Xelo really needs to go ahead find that Alexstrasza and that Zephyrs and get the firepower out.
Yeah, of course. Every bit of healing just making the Alexstrasza, the regular one, better. But also, like, honestly, if you're the more aggressive deck in a matchup and Alexstrasza is relevant for you damaging your opponent, you're probably not doing too well.
No.
But yeah, that's why you can now afford to give your opponent 6 extra health.
Gonna put it down. Execute is waiting, obviously.
Yeah, and then we just got 5 damage to the face with a weapon, maybe?
Gotta chill.
Which, again,
Weapons Project
is
that.
a thing, yeah. Evil Quartermaster. More armor.
Go play, we'll take it.
And that was an Ethereal Lackey that we just saw there.
That could... Ethereal Lackey with the highest impact potential aside from Draconic.
Omega Assembly is just
boy.
dumb.
Talk about potential.
Talk about remembering the Doomsday
Devastators?
days.
Yeah, the Boom days, man. Takes you right back. Takes you right all
Well, at
the way
least they
back.
reduced the odds for class cards, so now it's just, what is it? That's like
Was it the
what's the
weaponized
1/5 and the Pinata
Gatekeeper.
and
Gyrocopter.
Gyrocopter. Fair
That's
enough.
still a pretty good value, and I'm sure Ryukuma will gladly take that off of Valaki. Shield of Galcorn coming up, but he does like all those 1/1s just don't seem to do it.
Yeah, no, that's why Fiendish Rites is somewhat important, but even that doesn't do too much. I mean, 2/1s aren't that much more impactful.
I'm not sure what he's still holding onto the weapon for at this point, because he's just waiting for it to be devalued by Weapons Project.
Yeah, and even if it isn't, you still just run into... I don't know.
I like this play too.
Yeah.
That's a good minion.
Like, if the board wasn't locked down already, now it is.
Yeah. We got the whole block locked down. Veil Worshipper is a good draw. You gotta push this out instantly. And now you also have to hit this taunt, I think. There's your Zephyrs.
I mean, you have to basically draw a dragon.
Krongs. Krongs might be big because you can unleash the devastation where you clear the board.
But if you had drawn a dragon, you could have just Nether Breath plus the one imp would have also taken out the Gyrocopter and would have healed you a little bit. Which, honestly, at this position just might matter. So, you know. Always great when you're the more aggressive deck and your health starts mattering.
It feels like Kronk's time somehow.
Yeah. You having exactly 6 mana doesn't necessarily speak against it either.
Can you really afford to put your face into this taunt? Do you want to afford putting your face into this taunt? Exactly.
If you do, then
maybe.
if you do, then you can play Ziliax on the the Evil Quartermaster, and
he might just pact here, get some health back.
Yeah, That's also possible.
Gotta put it in.
Because being at 8 is just not very comfortable.
No. Don't like that. It might be Siamat time.
There was the Harrison Jones just picked up. Which does mean that the
Still
project
works
is
with
better,
Weapons Project down the
but-
line, but might not just be Siamat, just, you know, put him on lock, as we like to say in Germany. What?
Nothing.
We, you and me, like to say that, and we happen to be in Germany.
In Germany, yeah. I don't even say that, but yeah, fair enough.
I do.
Yeah, I know.
Golden Siamat too, man. Did I mention that Ryukuma's Hearthstone Ridge?
Yeah, a lot of golden legendaries. We also saw a golden gallery.
Hearthstone Rich, classic case of Hearthstone WoW. Like after this game, he's gonna take his private Hearthstone limousine with his private Hearthstone chauffeur to his private Hearthstone mansion, all on his computer that he has in his 2-room rental apartment, with the paint falling off the walls. I don't know. What's time? Croc's time. That was to be expected. Gotta have impact plays. Zephyr's not active.
So are we just gonna see an 8/8 dragon?
Perhaps.
Or the +2/+2?
Maybe that.
I mean, even decimation isn't that bad because you can really use the health. But it's probably just the taunt dragon because you gotta also not die to Siamat, right?
Yeah.
That's just.
Yep, it is.
Although Nether Breath works, so
I think you have to too, because somehow he's gonna execute it, and then you're taking massive.
yeah. But with that taken into account, would have +2/+2 to everything been better? Maybe. I guess the total stats are the same, except that you don't have any taunt.
Yeah. Dr. Boom drawn, but you gotta kind of deal with this board now.
Yeah. So Xelo definitely coming back from.
He's playing this well.
A
He's
lot there, yeah.
He's making this Warlock hang in big time. Definitely getting the most out of this deck. Definitely, yeah, he's playing well. Marathon match, by the way. This, you can already tell, is going to be a long one.
Yeah.
A long one, especially if Xelo takes this game. As a matter of fact, we have another match scheduled after this one. We have a 2-hour frame for this. Boy, I might have to move some things if this keeps going.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah. But this is peak Hearthstone, though. I mean, they're really playing hard. It's tough. Gotta just put Harrison down, draw some cards, but you're putting yourself into a predicament here.
Yeah, I think he's really just looking for that dragon because he has a lot of stuff that procs off of dragons, but just doesn't have a lot of dragons. Ooh, ramming speed.
That's good. That is pretty good. You like that.
Yeah.
And you might even hit it. Yeah. That was a very good draw, to be honest. And there's your Alex Strada, not active yet, like the Zephyrs. Seen it twice now, both on hand, not active.
Yeah. Zeliax is a decent play right now to take out the Harrison, get something on the board as well. I don't really see anything else being that good, so you probably are going to do that. It's a little disappointing, you leave 3 mana open.
Do you hit with the Zeliax?
I was thinking him with his legs in the 1/1, but apparently not. Remember Waxadred?
I remember Waxadred. I was there.
And now there's also Dragon Drawn. It's the Dragon Ball Scorcher, which is really good.
Yes. That's really good.
The question is, did you maybe want to play the Fire Tree Witch Doctor first?
I think that was top draw. I don't know.
Did you maybe want to play the Fire Tree Witch Doctor first, though?
No, because you're just getting armor. I think you're good. I think you're all set. You know, you'll settle down. You play Dr. Boom one day, and then you just done.
Well, Netherwing puts him down to very little total health, but also, yeah, I was about to say, doesn't then enable the Dark Skies very well, so...
Another Godfrey one. He found a good one again.
Yeah, he seems to know what he's doing in terms of the Godfrey.
Listen, when you play Godfrey, like it was with Defile, you gotta know what you're doing. I used to run both of those, Godfrey and double Defile, in certain Cube and Control Warlocks back in the Cobalt stage.
Are we gonna see Molten Breath? I think we're gonna see Molten Breath. We're gonna see Molten
sensible.
Breath. And we're gonna see Fire Tree Witch Doctor.
Yeah, it's gonna make plays now. It's not under immediate pressure, so... Just take his time. Weapons Project, you can't hate on it.
It's either Project or...
Either. All cards are fine, honestly.
I mean, I think it's Project because Upgrade is a little weird right now, and Molten Breath, you don't have that many dragons.
You currently have one on hand.
Well, yes, but you might want to play that next turn.
I'm gonna go with Project, I like that.
And we're gonna see the Pinata as well.
Hey, we're gonna see it.
To be fair, disproportionately many of the things that it can get you are in fact dragons.
Yes.
Praise Netherwing, Hero Power, Establishing.
Is that a Zilliax?
That is a Zilliax, yeah.
That's another Zilliax! Jesus, wow.
Exactly the kind of thing that you want to get.
That's massive.
It's also Dynomatic on hand.
That is huge.
Dynomatic plus weapon is actually clears the board.
And here comes the big one. Just put him down, lock it up, like we say in Germany. GG's. Probably. Because now we know in and out with this little.
Oh, delivery drone as well right away.
Devastator coming up. Full package.
So I guess we're gonna see the Shield Hero Power.
Probably.
And oh no, it's gonna be Hero Power Shield.
Man.
The madness.
Some people just like it differently, dude. You can't ever expect everyone to play the same order. Is Dr. Boom a person? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Is Dr. Boom, is he a person? Do we count him as a person? Let me know.
By definition, no. But the definition also assumes a world where humans are really the only beings at the top of the food chain. Like, as in also like, we're not the only sentient beings per se, but we are the only like capable of speech, which is very important.
The only moral agents.
So, because a person is defined as a human being that is regarded as an individual.
Yes.
The human part being what breaks it for our friend Dr. Boom here, who of course is a goblin.
In other words, you're saying that Dr. Boom does not have human rights.
No, he wouldn't. Not in our world but that's the thing, right? You are applying things from a world in which those races do not exist.
Goblins do not have human rights confirmed.
I was about to say, I remember that discussion going on in the Discord, yeah.
Yeah. Goblins are not people.
But again, in a world where goblins are real, they probably would be treated similar to people.
Thanks.
As a matter of fact, in a world like
if a 2-foot green guy came up to you and talked to you in a weird accent right now, would you treat him as an equal?
I mean, clearly displays human levels of intelligence.
Nah,
so.
you ain't. You would not. You would be like, oh, what is this mutant frog? And then kick him into the next gully. That's what you would do.
I think you're thinking of Murlocs.
Yes. But those are also mutant frogs, but they're also very stupid on top of that. As we look and talk about this stuff, Ryukuma is winning his game. You'll have to forgive us, especially in those longer matches. We tend to drift off into discussion. I hope that's at least a little bit entertaining. On the side, Zephyr's coming down here.
Yeah.
Tyrion.
BGH is actually not that bad, but Tyrion just does the same thing. With a death rattle, so you know.
Could be executed.
Yeah.
Or spell broken. Speaking of silence, there we go. We got it in the house. Spellbreaker sighting. Tomb Warden. Remember Tomb Warden? Boy.
Yes, I remember Tomb Warden.
Ooh. The days. The days.
Just taking out the LX for good measure. Zephyr, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Same thing. Both 3-2s.
Can't let him live. Zephyrs is not a person, fun fact.
No.
I've been told.
But again, in a world where those races exist, they would probably change the definition for a person to not be specifically human.
You think so?
Well, yes.
I'm not so sure. 2-0 lead at this point for Ryukuma, by the way.
Which does mean we know that Ryukuma has to play the Highlander Galacron Rogue next.
So,
which means that Xelo can prepare accordingly.
What is your best matchup? You gotta play it first. That's always what JJ preaches. You gotta play your best matchup first if you know exactly. Because you gotta win with them all anyway. So might as well play it in the order.
Also, if you do end up losing, then it doesn't look as bad to lose 3-2 than it does 3-0. So, you know. Decides to go back to the Warlock because it worked so well thus far.
It's never had quite the firepower, and you gotta wonder, will it here?
In the last
He
match,
seems really confident in it.
in the last match, someone also went through back-to-back games with the same deck.
Yes. But that was a deck that was supposed to be very consistent.
Yeah, consistently losing.
Yeah. And it was like very inconsistent. Well, it was consistent,
It just wasn't good.
but it was probably the worst 3 back-to-back games of draw that I've ever had. With
So yeah, we get
Gunk!
Ryukuma with the good pickups in the beginning. Gong, not nearly as good with Rogue as with Druid because your weapon has limited durability.
Gunk!
Also, you can't really get double Gong as easily. So let's go with a very sensible Godfrey there. Which means that now both players have Lord Godfrey on their hand.
Everyone remembers Gunk. The Lord of the Hunt.
Both players share 2 cards on their hand, that being the Devoted Maniac and the Lord Godfrey. So that's crazy.
Who would have thunk it?
And
I would consider Gonk a person. I just want him to have human rights. Like, he's that good, right?
He's less person than most of the fantasy races because he's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
He's not even intelligent.
He's not intelligent?
Have you ever seen an intelligent dinosaur?
He's the Lord of the... You just said fantasy universe and have you ever seen an intelligent dinosaur in the same sentence? Well, yes, I have. In fantasy universes. Come on. There's the albatross. Just get destroyed. We'll take
that solves Xelo's very typical problem. He runs out of cards.
But it doesn't solve the Zilliax, the Zephyrs and Dragonfly problem. Matter of fact, it makes it a little bit worse. Vendetta is on charge.
Ooh, picked up the Faceless. Yeah, Vendetta has been charged since we saw the Lord Godfrey.
And it will remain in charge for a while. Is the Dragon Queen not active? That card for a while, presumably?
Yeah, Shield of Galakrond pretty good right now, though. Decides to trade, which is interesting. If I saw it correctly, yeah, that's a trade. Interesting choice. I think that was a Faceless, yep, that he just picked up. A lot of stuff on the top player's hand all the time.
Ryukuma had to bring control line up, didn't he? I hate to see it. Just.
How do you even play there, though? Like, look at it, right? There's a Vendetta. There's Flick.
Flick is interesting.
You could coin it to destroy 2 1/1s, but like, or the 4/5 and the 1 in the deck, but. There's Baron, which you can't really coin either, so it's Faceless time, yeah. Faceless and probably the Underbelly Fence.
He might decide to use coin, but I think Fence makes sense. I like it.
I mean, I guess he could have coined the Faceless and gotten 2 4/4s out of the Faceless itself and the other Faceless, the Faceless Lackey, that is. But you can potentially still do that next turn. Yeah. And if not, you have something else.
Got a lot of legends on his hand right now. He's sitting waiting.
A lot of golden legends, because Jesus Christ, you're rich or something.
There's an albatross. Ryukuma is Hearthstone rich. We all know it. Not exactly a man of the people, but certainly a man for the people.
Decides to kill off the 3/3 and enabling the... enabling the Heist Baron. Wondrous Wand, direct impact play next turn.
Pretty good. Remember it from the dungeon runs. We've all seen it. It's pretty strong. It's pretty strong and constructed. Krong Seerdaughter, Galakrond.
The thing you do is you get Togwaggle, then you empty your deck, like you play Togwaggle, you scheme it, and then you Wondrous Wand right away.
Get more Togwaggles.
And you get 3 more Togwaggles. And then you get whatever you want.
Yeah, you just waggle the Togs just continuously. And this is going to be
Edwin,
huge.
Which is going to be huge. SI7 and Zephyrus.
My dude. I mean...
And you know for a fact we're going to see all of them being played this turn. Plus the Zap probably as well.
And whatever Zephyrus shows up.
We're probably going to see him just
Mountain Giant. Why is Tyrion in there? There's no reason for him to be there right now.
I mean, you know that there's those two have a deal going on.
Yeah, Zephyrus and Tyrion are best buddies.
Now we're gonna see, I guess...
They bet on sports together.
Yeah, we're gonna see an SI7 agent.
And it would make all the sense in the world if Edwin
yeah.
was also along with the party, and this looks strong.
Could have sapped the 1/1 for just that 2 extra stats on Edwin, but 12, 14, who cares?
So do we try to find a crazy Godfrey again, or do we
No,
just? I think we play
Plague of
Flames. Has to be, huh? I think so.
Yeah, because Godfrey can't deal with Edwin.
Can't
And
do
Edwin
enough
is
damage to it.
yeah,
Good play.
and that's the most worrying card on there.
Oh, for sure.
Gets the little 1/1 micro machines. We might see another snap coming down on the other side. It seems like those decks have...
Actually, I've never had this question answered, but does Flick Skyshift work with cards for your opponent?
So what you're saying is if you kill something on one side of the board, does it kill all copies on both sides?
Yeah.
Based on how it's worded, you would assume so.
So isn't it like... wouldn't it be like the biggest brain move ever?
If you at some point played Godfrey and then slicked it?
No, like your own Zephyrus.
Oh, right.
You already played it. Why just slick it off, man? Now you out of here. I got my perfect card. How about you?
That's actually pretty good.
If it worked that way, I don't know if it does, but if it does, that's massive.
Yeah.
Jumbo Shrimp.
I mean, yeah, but I've seen better demons.
I want to say that's like an average outcome.
Yeah, Polar Fiend not that great. Nether Soul Buster pretty weak.
Yeah.
But
Jump?
also Mad Summoner not that great. Jump Web's pretty good. I mean, yeah, I guess the Polar Fiend's also pretty decent.
Yeah. 5/6 in stats, you can't complain about that. It seems pretty good.
Yeah. So, interestingly enough, the decks are probably somewhat equally aggressive almost. And we do see both players at a comparable health total. And we definitely see Xelo having the better board.
Right now we do. Though you could think that Ryukuma still has better resources on him.
And there might be a Godfrey setup, but
there definitely is a Godfrey. If he wants it, he can definitely kill with Godfrey.
you'd probably have to hit 1 in the Nether Soul Buster, 2 in the Summoner, and then Godfrey. Because this does not...
Oh no, it does work.
Oh wait, it does work
Because
right
of
away,
the
yeah,
one
right.
Yeah, the one must just work.
Right, never mind.
Godfrey doesn't deal to himself, so that's cool.
Yeah, he wouldn't really work that well if he did, because you could only really proc twice. But, well, 3 times, I guess. But, you know.
Finally, he's gonna get some value out of that Worshipper.
Yeah.
Full deck of cards, we making use of that good draw. He's trying to always work in that hero power as much as possible, Xelo, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And he always seems to want to keep up
He's
that...
saying well played. Is there a GG's? Is there a win somewhere?
Well, there's Leroy. And
that's
Shadow Step.
Oh yeah, that's a win. That's just a win, right? Nice play by Ryukuma. That's a win.
That's not what you want to see
Nope.
if you're Xelo.
Nope.
Straight up being shut out.
Wow. 3-0.
3-0.
And the thing is, like, he didn't play bad at all. Like, he had a deck that was... First of all, it's not easy to play, the control variety of the Warlock, with the Galakrond. He played it well, but he ran into Ryukuma, who's obviously arguably the second toughest draw in the field, from what you know, outside of Sparrowhawk, because he made the final last time. So, you know it's going to be tough. And, yeah, just unfortunate. Just didn't quite manage to make it happen. But not a bad performance at all. So if there's such a thing as a good shutout, like a strong showing in the shutout, this was probably it. But Ryukuma, man, congratulations. Moving on to the quarterfinals in the Europe division. So good job there. Solid work. Looking forward to more shenanigans from this lineup because it's been fun. Remember, he also has the Galakrond Control Warlock, which he didn't even get to show off, so there's a lot of stuff there still to be uncovered, and we're going to see a lot of cool matches out of Ryukuma. As for now, thank you everybody for watching this. Been a long match, bit over roughly an hour, so it wasn't actually as long as we had feared or thought it might be.
Well, but it was also just 3 games.
It was also just 3 games. So
we've had 5 game ones before that were like around half an hour.
Had this gone full distance, we could have gone 2 hours. So, good match to both those GGs. To everyone involved, to everyone who is viewing, please drop a like on this video to show support to these competitors because they're putting their heart and soul into this tournament, and it means a lot. Got Top Peak Hearthstone for free for your entertainment, so drop a like. for a little support. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think about these guys' performances and who are you rooting for. Let us know. Is Dr. Boom a person? Let us know in the comments. Valera? Pirate Valera? Or Maiev? Solve the questions, man. Mankind has been wondering for thousands of years. You can answer them in the comments right now. If you are not a part of our Discord server, you should go ahead and join that server immediately, because that's where all the news, all the brackets, all the information about this tournament is being published and organized. And if you want to be a part of that whole shebang, then definitely join the community, which will be fun. Hopefully we'll see you there soon. And until the next one, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.